Welcome to office hours. Here's the do now for Monday. What type of reproduction would these aliens go through to all look different? Go ahead and pause your video and type out your answer. You should have said sexual reproduction. The reason it's sexual reproduction is because of the law of independent assortment. You'll get one allele from each parent. So all of the offspring will get a combination of alleles that are a little bit different. So that's why they look similar to their brothers and sisters, not exactly like them. Make sure you look over the vocab for Friday. Tuesday's due now. Today you're finishing 3A, the gizmo on one mouse trait. And it says for each gene in your body, how many alleles of that gene do you get from each parent? Think of a percentage. Do parents pick these alleles or is it random? Go ahead and pause your video and type out your answer. You should have said 50%. You get 50% from your mom and 50% from your dad. And it is random because of the law of independent assortment. The next one, today, Wednesday, you're doing activity 3B, snowman genetics. And for this one, you're looking at this picture and you need to write out the alleles, for the diagram above, what would need to be the correct genotype for the green beetles in generation 1 to create their offspring in generation 2. So up here it talks about green is dominant, so it's a capital H, and brown is a lowercase h. So both parents would have to be heterozygous. That would be a hybrid or a capital H, lowercase h, because one of them had the recessive gene. And they're showing the recessive gene. So they got the recessive gene from one parent and the other from the other parent. Thursday, using the slide on the next page, what would be the possible outcomes for the individuals in generation F1? Justify your answer. So right here is F1. So we need to do two things. One, you should make Punnett squares to kind of see what the possible outcomes could be. When you do a Punnett square for homozygous dominant, capital R, and homozygous recessive, capital R, lowercase r, you see the only possible answer is a heterozygous offspring. So now you have to look at what generation 2 has. And seeing this, you know that you need all different genotypes. So when you cross this one, go ahead and make your Punnett square with a homozygous dominant, capital R on the top, and heterozygous, capital R, lowercase r down the side. When you cross that, you either have an option of having a homozygous dominant genotype or this one. Okay, so which one would be possible to have offspring that look like this? Well, it would have to be the heterozygous one. It would have to be this one. And again, the way I figured that out was just by completing Punnett squares and just practicing them. All right, and the last one, Throwback Thursday. Most geologists accept radiometric dating techniques as valid because, number one, radioactive elements decay at a constant and measurable rate. Friday, you're taking the SCA over Life Science 8.1. What is the difference between a genotype and phenotype? Give examples. A genotype is what the phenotype express. So a genotype would be capital H, lowercase h, and the phenotype would be a green shell or things like that. Have a wonderful spring break. If you have any questions, make sure you reach out to your science teachers. Remember, I care about you, want you to be successful, and as always, go Vikes.